First off, I just want to say it's a pleasure to have Hank Williams Jr. come to Cullman. What he is doing for the victims of this tornado disaster is just unbelievable. And we thank you very much for being here and welcome you to Cullman.
Well, yeah, the other Bill and Jabbo, the other senators and I, folks at Tuscaloosa, I'm almost speechless. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I've spent a lot of time out in Montana and Idaho. Just think of a giant forest when it's clear cut. Well, Mother Nature clear cut Tuscaloosa. From neighborhood to neighborhood, it's unbelievable. I can't believe what I saw there. I know how I was affected. We were in Nashville because we had no power up in Northwest Tennessee, and we had telephone poles coming out of the ground, but none of that matters. We had to use a boat, but we didn't have anybody killed like the state of Alabama, or injured. I'm amazed here in this Cullman area, they must have done a wonderful job of early warning. To only have 2 people killed, what I've seen here, that's a great job. Thank the Lord this thing didn't hit at 2 in the morning in the state. And if you haven't been to Tuscaloosa, it's unbelievable. I'm almost speechless to see these 2 hospitals, and everything else is gone. And the 2 hospitals are standing up there. Everything else is gone. It's going to be a decade before Tuscaloosa is back. Cullman will recover quicker than that. When I saw the news there and I saw the death toll, I actually didn't believe it. And the sirens were going off. The whole South was on that black day under a tornado threat. And first, I see 50, and then I see 80, and I said, wait a minute, and Cullman, and here's Tuscaloosa. Then it's in the hundreds the next morning. And I said, well, I got to do something. What can I possibly do? So I thought, we'll go have a show, a football stadium. I said, 100,000, 200, that's nothing. The one area we were around where they were feeding $200,000, just one area where they were feeding people while I go in Tuscaloosa, $200,000 would have lasted maybe a couple of hours where we were. I said, what can I do? What can we do? So started getting together with people. We're going to have a telethon on CMT Thursday, May 12th. We've got lots of folks, lots of friends. Alan Jackson, Kid Rock, Tim McGraw, Lady Antebellum, Alabama. I'm leaving.
Trace.
Trace
Atkins.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, there's more coming on. We got football players. We got SEC in it. And all they're going to do is answer the phone. We're going to sing a few songs. And the main thing is we're trying to make an impact. We're talking about the worst natural disaster in the history of the state of Alabama. And some people there that were at the Katrina site told me that Tuscaloosa was much worse than Katrina. So we're hoping to make a small difference through the Red Cross, so you don't worry about your money being squandered, on the ground here where it's needed. And I had to make this trip today because I just couldn't host this thing and do this telethon without seeing it. I was dreading seeing it. I was looking forward to it, but I was dreading it. And believe me, I'll be giving my kids some big hugs tonight after what I've seen in Alabama today. But we're going to move on. We're going to be back. America can survive. Alabama can survive. And we're going to raise a lot of money. And we got a lot of people showing up that I didn't even know about. Might be some people that you know from the football world or the music world. And that's all I can say about it. It's done a number on me. Boy, I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. What's happened basically from, 3 states, from northern Mississippi, this one storm. That's why I'm here.
You lived in Cullman for quite a few years. What initially drew you to Cullman?
I'll tell you what it was. You know, here I am in Nashville, said, oh, he's crazy, he's nuts, he's hanging out with Leonard Skinner, he's crazy, he's out of his mind. You can't do that on the Grand Ole Opry. You can't stand up there with ZZ Top. You can't. I said, oh, really? So my grandfather was down below Montgomery and Troy. So here, if you get on the map, here's Nashville, and here's Troy. Oh, Cullman's perfect. It's halfway. It's right in the middle. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I said, that's it right there. And Smith Lake, you know, that's where I lived. I lived down on Smith Lake. And it was halfway. And we had some buddies here, and boy, I remember the old tour bus. We used to get the musicians together at Jack's truck stop and go out, and you know, when we thought, oh wow, we're on a big tour. We're gonna make it, you know, which wasn't making nothing, you know. Boy, this will be a big deal here. Getting on the bus at Jack's truck stop. Now, many years ago, we kind of get up there in those jets and go from one end of the country to the other, but we still run up and down Interstate 65. But that's how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. Let's see, Nashville's here, and that's here. I think I'll just go right in the middle. That's how it happened. And Muscle Shoals now wasn't far away. And, you know, that's where that's where we recorded, because Muscle Shoals was close by. And hunting and fishing, you know. That's how it happened.
Have you been through Cullman yet, or just got?
I just saw. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know how you only had. I don't know how you only had 2 fatalities. But Tuscaloosa is. If you haven't been there, I mean, these other gentlemen, it'll have an effect on you. It's absolutely leveled. 5,700 homes, 600 businesses. It's just twisted, you know. I've never seen anything like it in my lifetime. I've been up and down the road a long time, and these guys that were over there said this is a lot worse than Katrina. I said, oh my gosh. So that's why we're here.
I'm from TV 27. I wonder if you visit Cullman periodically since you've lived here, or is this the first time you've been back to Cullman? First time. Did you not own a home in North Vinemont? I mean North Vinemont? No.
No, that was on Smith Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
I thought you had a.
No.
I told you about the urban legends about you. You got some good stories.
The Mary Carter Paint Store.
I was just about to ask you about that Family Traditions album, I've Got It Right. So you had a chance to go by and visit the Mary Carter Paint Store?
I'm glad it's still there. I'm glad it's still there. I remember a guy who is now the marketing director of the Dallas Cowboys. And years ago, he was driving a truck, and he said, I'm going to stop in Cullman, Alabama, and I wonder if there is a Mary Carter Paint Store. And back then, and that guy drove his truck, and he went in, he said, wow, there is a Mary Carter Paint Store. So I'm kind of glad it's still there, you know.
Hank, do you know what's sitting on the lot where your Montana Exchange was? Big old bank full of money.
Oh, really?
Maybe yours.
So you go down there to that bank and donate half of it to this telethon would be a good shame. That's what we need.
I'm just the mayor, that's not my bank.
Anybody else? After the telethon is over with, what happens after that as far as keeping the interest alive and helping people?
Well, yeah. The donation line naturally will keep open, you know, for a couple of months at least. And, you know, that's why I thought, well, I'll call, you know, Bobby and Cracker, Alan, we'll go do a show. And then I got thinking about it, that's nothing. $200,000 would mean nothing to what these people need. So that's why we're doing the telethon. After that, I mean, the network's choice of showing the royal wedding was an absolute poor choice by the network to do that, after what I've seen there. We won't be having any royal wedding clips on the Zero. Yeah. I don't give a damn about the royal wedding. People are looking for their family members, And maybe, it would depend on how this goes. If it would do any good, I know that amphitheater down there in Tuscaloosa want to do something. They're having a tough time. So.
Have you guys already set on a date? And is it going to be on the CMT network? And have you
May
set a
12th,
date?
8 p.m. Thursday evening, and they'll feed it free to any of the TV stations in the state, free of charge, and watch it.
Any of the Muscle Shoals guys going to help out with the telethon night?
They better be. Yeah, well, I can tell, just see, this list is growing and growing. And I got a couple of football coaches that better call my phone to answer the phones, you know what I mean, to help us out. Well, they're gonna be on our bad list.
We're just very excited that Hank Williams Jr. has decided to come to Cullman.
Are you really excited?
Yeah, we are
How
very
excited
excited.
are
I'm
you?
very excited. I'll come up here and answer the phone if you let me.
Are you really excited? You don't look excited.
Well, you got 12 days of disaster around here all
He's
day.
excited. Because we're going to he's going to the go-kart track.
He's got power back. He's good. But we appreciate it very much. Cullman and Alabama will come back. It'll take us a while. But the people of Alabama are very strong. We've heard from the FEMA people that we are so far ahead of the Katrina disasters that it's incredible. The people in Alabama,
We are. Yeah.
we're going to pick up our, if we're in a hole, we're going to dig our way out of the hole. We're not going to wait for somebody to come help us get out.
Right.
We want the help, don't get me wrong.
That's why we're doing
not
this
gonna wait.
telethon. We're not going to wait,
So we appreciate it.
Washington, when Nashville had the worst flood, Nashville was completely overlooked. It was totally overlooked, And so what, Well, when you're looking for 300 people, we're not going to be overlooked on this one.
No.
And got a good feeling about this. I think we're going to raise a lot of money. People should know the New York Yankees donated $500,000. So I've been challenging some other, $500,000 from the New York Yankees. Well, hello, and hey, are you going to match them? So, I aim high. I don't mind asking them. Hey, well, they gave it. What about your team?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Let me talk to the boss here.
There you go.
So that's a pretty good deal. $500,000 right off the bat. So
Thank y'all very much.
we'll do what we can.
Thank you, Hank.
Yes, sir, buddy. I really like my flag.
Come back and see us sometime.
You have fun, okay? If you ever come up to West Tennessee, I got go-karts, cannons, all kinds of fun.